Alright gamers, welcome back to Minecraft. Now as you can probably hear, it's all like pre-recorded voice, so yeah, it's going to be a little bit weird, it's going to be a little bit different from the style what I usually make. Now why exactly this happens? Well, you see this, like the entire gaming thingy was recorded today, exactly like this day. And well, it turns out that my recording app did not record my voice, like it recorded the wrong microphone. So yeah, now we're gonna do the same style as a rec rap does. So yeah, anyway, this is a Q&A video. If you're wondering like what's this video, why is it titled like Q&A video. So basically about like a week ago I made my last video, well not my last video, but I made a video on my main channel about my game, if you're wondering what it is, then check out my main channel. And in the end I said that I'm planning to make Q&A video, so here it is. I made a post where you asked me a bunch of your questions about the game and not only the game, so yeah, here we are, and yeah, we're gonna answer some questions actually. I mean, yeah, just enjoy the background and I guess just listen to me answering all of your questions, which is going to be kind of weird. Anyway, okay, question number 1, when's the next video? Well, here it is. Answering my own question. Okay, now that's actually for the real questions from you. What will runtime of the game be? Well, actually, I don't know. I'm planning to make, like, if you try to play it right now, it's about 25 minutes. Actually, depends on how long you will understand how to make the rap art, because it seems like most of the people are like struggling with the rap art, which I don't know why. For me it's kind of simple, but I mean, yeah, of course, because I created it. But first night is taking about like maybe half an hour, and I don't know, actually I'm planning to make it maybe like an hour and a half. Maybe it's going to be something similar to First of Ironbark Lookout, which is this game mostly inspired by. So I have no idea, probably it's going to be like an hour and a half. Okay, next question. What got you into developing games? Well, actually, that's actually like a long story. Like, it happened, I guess, about like 3 years ago. And when this, before I decided to become a game developer, I thought about being, what's it called, architecture. At this moment I thought like I was a big fan of Lego, and honestly I thought that I'm going to just sit in my office and make a bunch of house models out of Lego. That's how it's going to be. Like, actually it's not how it works. So about 3 years ago, like, my friends and I were sitting next to his house, and he was playing a game. I don't really remember what the game was about. I guess it was some sort of like a survival game about something. Don't really remember what that was. So he was playing on his tablet, and I'm such a person who likes making stuff up, like a bunch of games and ideas. So I imagined this like cool game about surviving and so on. And while we were playing such games just that I created in my head, which were really, really fun. I mean, all of you probably did this when you were like a child, when you were like just making stuff up and playing these stories, games like that. Like, you got what I mean. So stuff like that. And while actually playing this game, I thought like, what if I actually try to make the game on my own? What if I like actually make the game? And I mean, it wasn't actually that hard. I just like thought, I started looking tutorials or like just what to start with, and yeah, I chose Unity, C#. I learned the basics of C#, I learned the basics of Unity, and 3 years later here we are answering your question on how I got into developing games. So now we have like double question from one person. What game you are planning to make next? This is like the first one. So I honestly have no idea. like some people already suggest me to make like the second part of this game, but obviously I'm not sure if I will do this. I have a bunch of ideas, like games that I may do in future. Actually, like there's a lot of projects that I want to do. Even if it's like my survival game that I wanted, I actually want to continue working on that, so I don't really know, maybe with this game. But I mean, I told you already how this happened with First of Atom. I saw it and I'm like, well, I guess I can kind of make the same game, and I just randomly decided to make it. So the same thing may happen with just anything. Like recently I saw another like cool game about Harry Potter, like with a very cute and simple style, and I like it so much that I felt like for a second, maybe this will be my next project. So I mean, I have no idea. Maybe it will be the second part of my game, maybe it's going to be something else, so who knows. And which language you use, I'm not sure what this means. Like about what this is. Like, is it about what I'm using in real life? Because I mean, obviously I'm using Russian to talk with my friends and parents. I watch YouTube mainly on English because there's more interesting content, of course, on like English than Russian. So, if you mean about the game, then obviously English. Like, I mean, it's like the only solution that I have. And I also planning to make like probably like Russian language in my game, because a lot of my friends they don't know English and they're just asking me to make it. So probably I'm going to make also Russian, but I'm not sure if I will do any language else. Like I know that a huge amount of people who are watching me from India, so I'm not sure that I will make the language for them, because I don't want to use Google Translator to translate everything. So if you're talking about the game, then probably will obviously English and maybe Russian in the near future. So yeah, I'm not sure about that. Anyway, how long do you think will it take for a full game to come out? Well, you know, when I first started making this game, I thought that I will end it by the end of the year. Like, I thought like it's not so hard to make this game. Like, it's very simple, and yeah, I thought it was not going to take me so long, but apparently I spent 2 to 3 months making one night. Just making one night, and it's like, I don't know, maybe 10%, maybe 20% of the game. So I have no idea when I will finish this game, but hopefully, like, I guess most of the mechanics are already done in the game, and other stuff are just going to be like small adding features. So mainly all of this stuff already done. So I think maybe 3 more months and the game will be ready. But as I said, never trust programmers. They think that they can do it, but something just randomly pops up and it will take like even more time to just make something. So I cannot promise anything, but hopefully about 3 months it will take me. I don't know. I just started game dev and wanted to make a First of Atom game. Do you have tips? Well, first of all, welcome to the game development. It's a fun place where you will struggle all the time. That's a joke. So, if we take exactly tips about making First of Atom game, then probably take most of the inspiration from the original game. Like, don't try to make too many like your own mechanics, because it's going to be really hard, and if you just got started, then it's like the perfect game for you to start with. I mean, because it has like a good example, and even by watching my videos you can probably learn something. I don't know, maybe you can, maybe you can't. Don't actually like copy everything, like just pixel by pixel, but most of the things you can use, it will be just fine. And if we take about like game development in general, then I would honestly recommend you watching some tutorials, like official tutorials by Unity, because they have some very good tutorials talking about all the basics of the game engine, and they learned me one cool feature that none of the tutorials taught me. Like, I spent an entire year just making games by tutorials, and I can tell you that was horrible. After 1 year I didn't learn anything, but I made a bunch of projects just by copying from from these tutorials, so it's not really good to do something like that. So I would recommend to you watching like official tutorials from Unity, and they have one cool advice for everyone how to do it. Like, you can watch tutorials, but do it this way: watch a small part of the actual tutorial, then stop, try to think what they just told you to do, try to repeat it in your head, and then without watching the tutorial, try to make it in the actual game. This way you will actually remember something. After doing this, I got really good at this, and it's actually like really helping. That's something that none of the tutorials that I watched told me about, but this one is actually really nice. Like, they have a bunch of courses how to make like a simple games, and it's all separated in 1 minute long videos, which is really nice because you have time to think about everything they did, you have time to remember all of that, and to repeat it yourself in the actual game, which is actually really nice. And if you already know how to do a bunch of stuff, but you don't want to waste time on doing this all over again, like for example me, I'm doing this all the time. For example, there's a bunch of mechanics that I know how to make, but I just don't want to spend my time doing them, because I mean, I obviously need to make a video and so on. So instead, I would recommend to you using ChatGPT, but that's already if you know a bunch of stuff that you know how to do and you just don't want to waste time on them. You can ask ChatGPT to do it for you instead. This is like, ChatGPT is actually one of the coolest tools that you can use because it can help you so much. But you gotta of course know how to use it. So yeah, you gotta also learn how to use ChatGPT in this case. Don't use it all the time, but if you really need help and you don't want to find like a tutorial on how to make this, it can explain to you everything, and it also can make a very good something mechanic that you need to do. So ChatGPT is one of the coolest tools that I would recommend to you. So summary, like Unity official tutorials, the advice that they give you about this, how they watch, repeat, and then do something like this, and ChatGPT. Like, these things can actually like help you into game development very much. So yeah, good luck on your journey. I hope these advices were good for you. Are you the apprentice of Fears to Fathom? What is apprentice? Is it like a student of Fears to Fathom, or what? I'm not sure what this means. If it means what I think it is, then no one taught me how to make this Fears to Fathom game. I just did this on my own. Yeah, I guess this is what it means. I'm not sure. Okay. Are you releasing Night at the Lake game on mobile in future? Please take it. No, I won't take it. So next question. Okay, this joke. Well, I think this project is too big for mobile, so I don't think I will actually make it there. I mean, even if you take the first night, it's all like the demo of the game, it's actually already too big, but it's actually like kinda optimized good, I think, because I tested this on my very old computer and laptop, on my very old laptop, and it was running pretty nice on very low graphics. Also, by the way, don't play my game on very low graphics, it looks so bad. So yeah, it's running pretty good on my old laptop, but I'm not actually sure that it will be possible to make it on the phones, so probably not. Just a tip which I gave you in the last video, it improve your game to the peak of a mountain. Well, it's not really a question, but well, your advice in the last video was really good. Actually, thanks to everyone who suggested something in my game, or like giving me advice or tips just for anything. Thank you so much. It actually helps me a ton. So yeah, cool. How long will the game last? As I just answered, about the hour and a half. Will the game have multiple endings? Well, I have a skeptic feeling about multiple endings, but who knows? I mean, if you take, for example, like in the end, like just a random thing that I'm making up, if you will need, for example, to escape the house, and you have like different ways where you can escape, like for example, if you choose one way, you die, if you choose another one, then you like leave and everything is fine. then it's pretty easy to do, and I might actually do this. But if we take, for example, like with the different lines, how the game could go, like from the completely different lines of the story, like for example in Detroit, definitely not. I'm not going to do this. But endings, maybe I will, maybe I'm not. It's actually, again, depends on what you think. I honestly don't really want to make this. But if you really want to, again, I'm just saying, then I can make it. I mean, it's not that hard. Okay, next. What's the name of our character in the game? Well, that's something that even I don't know. I have no idea what the name of our character in the game is. Well, I don't know. Again, you can suggest the name of our character in the comments. I mean, I read all of your comments, so you can suggest the name for our character in the game if you want to. Do you think Ryle saw your videos? Greeting from Germany. Well, thank you. I don't think he actually saw my videos. Like, there's a couple reasons why I think so. Well, first of all, he might saw my the thumbnail of my video just like randomly on YouTube. Like, there's thousands of videos that YouTube recommends you, and it's really hard to see the actual like that you want to watch. And even if he saw, then there's like, first of all, he might saw the thumbnail without the actual picture of his game, because I'm making like different thumbnails all the time. Like, I have a test running that has 3 different thumbnails, if you can tell, and some of them have pictures of First of Atom and some of them don't. So yeah, I'm not really sure if he saw. Like, he might have saw, but it was like the thumbnail without his game, or he just maybe didn't pay attention, because I mean there's a lot of people who are making videos about his game, and his game is pretty popular, so he will not pay attention to just every video. But I mean, if I saw someone making just a video about my game, I would be pretty impressed about this. I would definitely watch the video. Like, I saw already 3 people making a video about my game, and I was glad about this. I was really enjoying this. So thank you for everyone who played the game on my channel. And yeah, but I don't think actually he saw this. And that's actually the reply: no. Well, definitely no, because he would probably say something if he saw it. What's your age? 16. Nothing really to say much about here. So, are you planning to switch to Unreal Engine and learning C++, because big companies use C++? This actually was one time when I was planning, actually, like, I was about to switch to Unreal Engine and learn it from the very beginning. It was like a long time ago when they decided, like one of the CEO decided to make this dumb feature so that you will have to pay Unity for people downloading your game, which obviously makes no sense, because if you're going to make the game for free, then of course it's going to be really bad. Well, and I was about to switch to Unreal Engine because of that, but I was glad that I didn't actually do this feature, so it was really nice for me. So yeah, I almost switched it, but maybe in near future, when actually we'll have like maybe a team for making a bigger games than I'm making right now, maybe yes, but for maybe about a year, 2, definitely not. What is your favorite horror game? Well, obviously First of Atom. I know only like 2 horror games that I actually played. It's First of Atom, and it is Five Nights at Freddy's, but it's First of Atom. It's just better at everything for me, so I like it like a lot. Next one is very funny. How the hell did you learn English? Or, what do you mean or? Can you teach me Russian language? That will be a big pleasure for me. Well, 3 years of paid courses non-stop. That's how I managed to learn English at the level that I'm speaking to you right now. Actually, let me know in the comments if you also like not a native English speaker. Let me actually know in the comments if you like also studying English, and how do you think my level is good for 3-year long study non-stop. So yeah, I just learned it. And teaching you Russian language, definitely not, because even though I'm like a Russian native speaker, I'm really bad at it, especially in grammar part. Like, I'm making so many mistakes. If you like look at my marks, if you turn this into like American marks, thing, whatever like it is. Then I have maybe like C plus, maybe, you know, something like this. So I'm really bad in English and definitely cannot teach you this language. I'm sorry. Okay, so next, what's your favorite F2F or like Fears to Fathom? Well, it's definitely fourth part. It was actually the first one that I watched, and it's definitely my favorite because if you take like everything, this has like the craziest story for me, because you're like in an abandoned forest with no people nearby and you live in this small shack. It's just like so good for me. Like the main like of my game, the main inspiration is not just from Fears to Fathom, but from Fears to Fathom Iron Bark Lookout. It's just so good. So yeah, it's definitely my favorite part. Okay, and we actually have a couple more questions left. Will you make a part 2 to your game? Well, if you are talking about a sequel, I guess it's called sequel, like the continuous of my game, then definitely not. I don't actually like making sequels to just pretty much anything, even like movies, unless I actually have the potential of it. But my game is actually going to be like fully ended without like any ideas of continuing. So yeah, and if you're talking like in Fears to Fathom, like just the second part is like completely different story, then again, I don't know. If you like show the crazy support that you're doing right now, maybe my next project is going to be again similar style to Fears to Fathom, because it seems like you really enjoy this game. So maybe I will make it, but as it's a completely different story. I actually already thought about this, what the next story may be about and the entire place. So yeah, I may do it or may not. Maybe it's actually, maybe after making this game, I will make another game and then come back to making the same style. We'll see how it goes. What is your favorite color for a shirt? Well, here in Silent, it's definitely not the dark color, because if you wore just anything dark, it's just so hot in here. It's like unbelievably hot when you're in the something dark. So definitely not dark shirt. And well, most of the time I'm wearing like white shirt, but I also don't like white shirts, because if I like, I can pollute them just like very easily, and it's not like good for me because my mom will like yell at me for it, and it's not really nice. So just any light color except white. Yeah, I guess this is cool. What's your favorite FNAF character? Actually, I can't really call myself like a huge FNAF fan, and I'm not sure if I actually like know the entire like story of FNAF, even though I watched like the movie. So I guess it's Foxy from second part from Five Nights at Freddy's 2, but again, I'm not sure. I thought that it's someone from Security Breach, but I don't think it's actually someone from Security Breach. So I guess let it be Foxy from second part. I don't know. Could you possibly make the game downloadable on Steam? Well, demo is definitely not going to be downloadable on Steam. It's going to be just as it is on itch.io. But the full version is definitely I'm going to upload on Steam. Well, I don't have like a spare $100 to upload a demo on Steam, and but the full version I will definitely put on Steam, because I think it's like the great platform to put it there. And also, if you're wondering, is it going to be free? Probably not. Because I'll spend just like very long time making this project if it's going to be on Steam. Like, well, again, we'll see. I'm not sure yet, but I guess it's going to be not free. I know just how else to call payable. I know, and about the price, I'm not going to make it like really expensive. Maybe, you know, like maybe $2, like very cheap, so that anybody can buy it, and it will just, even $2 will show me like crazy amount of support, even if one of you will buy it for $2. So yeah, I don't know. but on Steam is definitely going to be like the full version. So, and I guess we have only one question left. Like, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not really good at like making this very nice story, but I still hope I'll just like you just you got the replies that you need. So, are you making the game based on true horror incidents? No. but it's kinda sad that I'm not doing it because I need to think about the whole story on my own, which kinda makes it hard. But I remember someone in the comments asked me something about this, and they told me that they wanted to find a real life story, but it was all similar to Carson House or Home Alone, so it wasn't really interesting. So if it is like this, then yeah, I'm definitely not going to try to find any real life story, and I'm just going to try to make it on my own. And to me, just try to find a story about a guy living on this house on the lake, which is not actually like the house. So yeah, I don't think you will find anything like this. So yeah, well, it's definitely not based on a true horror story. Well, maybe, you know, one day it will happen to me on the original lake. Who knows? But so I guess that's all the questions we have here. If you have any questions, you can ask me right here, or you can ask me them on the main channel, I don't know. So I will answer them ASAP. So yeah, but I guess this is everything about it. My recording of this is 29 minutes long, so that's crazy. I don't know how it's going to be like in the actual video, but we'll see. So anyway, I hope I answer all of your questions that you wanted me to, I don't know, answer. So yeah, that's going to be it for today. Hope you enjoyed it. New videos on my main channel is not coming soon because I kind of fell off in school, and I also yeah, like my grandma is also coming over very soon, like in less than a week. So I will also spend a lot of time with her. So don't think I will I will like make this video very quickly. But I mean, what else can I say to you? I don't know. Just thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. See you hopefully soon. Yeah, like, subscribe, and everything. And let me know in the comments. Was it good for you, this style that I told, like the commentary stuff? Because it's my first time actually making like this. I'm kind of nervous about making this. So yeah, this is it. Like, have a good day, night, evening, whatever. And yeah, bye.